Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you the craft that I'm doing. So let's get started. Okay guys, to do the mask, what I did was I went on the computer, I just googled face mask measurements. They come up with a few different designs, and then I just printed it off on my computer on a piece of paper, and for sure put you want it to print at 100% so that it prints out the size that you're looking for. Now what I did was, after that, I just traced it on some fabric so that I could have a fabric one as a template. I did that for this size and this size. Why two sizes? This is the outside and this is for the inside. So all I did was print it off, cut it out in fabric so I have a template, and then I cut out some fabrics in which I wanted. So you want to pick a pattern one, any kind of pattern one is good. And then the second one is the inside of the mask, and that's number 2. And then what you do is you need 4 pieces in total, because there's the outside and then inside, and then there is another liner. So there's 2 liners inside and the outside. So in total you need 6 pieces of fabric. The middle doesn't really matter what color it is or anything like that, because you're not going to see it anyways. So that's what I did there, and then I cut it all out. So when you go to sew it up, you're going to put the design pattern together, and then you're going to start at the top of the nose, because this is the nose, the face part, and you're going to sew straight down the seam right here. So you're going to do that. So then it looks like this one. Now I used a few pieces of fabric to put this together because this is my mask and it doesn't matter. And you could use pieces, you could do whatever you want. So then you just sew straight down there, and then the edging, on the edge you will flip it over and do a side there, trim, so that you know it's nice and neat. So you sew down the middle by the nose, and you put in these sides here. So then that's the outside done. So that will be the first piece of your mask. And then you're going to do the middle the same way. You're going to go down into the front of the face and then the sides. And then I'll show you what we do next. But I will show you a mask to make it a little easier for you to understand. Here's a mask already sewn together. So this is the outside, this is the inside, and if you lift up this side here, there's a yellow piece underneath, and that's the liner, and there's a hole between the yellow piece and the last piece, because you want to put a filter in here. And you can use, as for a filter, you can use paper towel and fold it and then just stick it in there as a filter. You could go to like Dollar Tree, dollar store, and you can get vacuum bags and cut them up as a filter, and then that will give you a filtered mask. So yeah. So right now I'm just I cut my material. I have my inside pieces right here. It takes 2 per layer, and you need 3 layers. So that's 1, and then I'll take 4 pieces off of here, which will make 2 more layers, so it'll be 3 layers in total. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so what we're going to do is sew down the curved side. So I'm just going to put it in the sewing machine. Do a few stitches forward, hold it, do a few stitches back, and then just go forward. back stitch it again, just like that. And then you're going to pull it off, cut the strings. So that is now sewn. Now we're going to do the edging. So what I'm going to do is get the sewing machine ready. Open it just a little bit. You're going to flip back just a little bit of the ledge so that you can stop it from fraying. Now you can use, if it's easier for you, you could use an iron, but I don't use an iron, but you could. So then you just go forward a little bit, back, because you want to lock your stitches in. Go forward, all the way to the end, and back, and forward. Pull it out, cut the string. We're going to do the other side. Flip the edge just to give it a quick sew down the side. Try to do roughly the same width. Not that it really matters. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. You're going to put forward, back up a little bit, then forward, back up a little bit, then forward, just so that you lock it in place. And then you're going to cut it off. Now I leave my strings quite long. I'm just going to move the sewing machine for just a second, so I'll be right back. Okay, so what did I do? I sewed down the front bend part, and then I just did the ends and I tucked them in. Now I left my strings quite long because if you grab one string, one of the sides of the thread, and you tug it a little bit, it will pop open a loop. I have a pokey tool. You stick it in that loop, you can pull out the thread to the same size as your other thread, and then I will tie it. Now you don't have to do that because if you don't want to, because I went back and forth on the material anyways, but just to make sure that it doesn't come apart, you just double tie it, and then you can cut this string away. And there's that side's done. So when you flip it, this is how it looks. That's going to be the outside of the mask, just like that. And the edges are already done. So that's the beginning of the mask. So now what you're going to do is do the exact same thing 2 more times. So what you'll do is you'll get number 2, and you're going to get 2 pieces of the green, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go straight down the curve, and then you're going to fold these in on the ends so that it doesn't fray, and make a little seam right there. So that's what you're going to do. So now we're going to do this one, and we're going to do it 2 more times. So I have 1 and then 2. So you're going to do it 2 more times, and then I'll be back and I'll show you how I assemble it and how I do the final sew. Okay guys, so now I have 3 pieces in total. These 2 are the inside, and this is the outside one. So I did it in white thread so that you can see it. I just sewed down the curve, and then I did a seam sewing at the end, just like that, on both sides. So I have this, this, and this. So now what you do is, to put it together and sew, you will take your pattern one and flip it out. just like that. So now the pattern is out, and you'll poke out the middle just like that. So there's the outside of the mask, and inside you're going to put the two middles. Now the middle, I usually do them face down, so this seam is on the inside, and then this seam will be on the inside. So it'll be like this. It'll be 3 layers. Just like that. And then what you do is you sew all 3 together. So you match the nose piece, and the third nose piece. Just like that. And you grab this side, and then you lay it down, and then you'll sew all of the pieces up just like that. You'll go from here, from this side all the way up to the nose, go around the nose, and then you'll sew, just straighten it out a little bit, and then you will sew down the other side, just like that. So you'll sew this side down here, and you'll stop right at the green. So you'll sew those together so that it's together, and then, okay guys, so there's my first sew across the top, and now what I'm gonna do is just fold it in again so that it doesn't fray. I'm gonna fold it and then sew. And that's going to be my final sew. So I'm going to go and go and go. And when I get to the middle, that's when I'm going to stick the nose piece in so that it will be able to bend. So that's where I'm at now. So now we are going to do the nose part with the wire for this mask. So all I did was do the inside trim here. I just flipped it over and gave it a nice edging, and now we're going to do the nose part, and we're just going to put a piece of wire up through here. Now you have several options that you can use. You can use, a lot of people are using pipe cleaners, so you can cut a piece of pipe cleaner and then sew that in. I'm using this wire right here. So I'm just going to cut a piece for the nose, and then I'm going to sew it in. So I cut a piece about this length, and all I'm going to do is get the mask ready. I'm going to flip the edge one more time, because this will be the final stitch, because you're going to make a little closed pocket thing for your nose piece. So now, just get my machine going. Hopefully you can see and my hands aren't in the way. So I'm just going to sew along the edge. Oops, there we go. There we go. It's a little bit thick, so I have to pull it along. So now we're up closer to the nose. I'm going to slide the metal piece in, and then I'm just going to sew along the edge to keep the metal piece in. I'm going to try to make it as straight as possible. There we go. So now I'm just going to fold it over and sew. Now we're at the nose, so I'm going to try to turn it a little and sew the edge, and just keep sewing all the way to the end, just like that. then I'm just going to do a quick back stitch and done. Pull, cut it out, cut the strings, so there it is there. And when you pull, you can bend the nose like that, because there's a metal piece there now, and the channel is closed, so it's not going to poke through. It's very comfortable. So that's how you do the nose. Really simple, easy. So that mask. Okay guys, so now I did the second turn. I also fed in that metal right there, so now it's the nose piece. So if you look at the mask on the outside, that's how it looks. And there's the nose piece that's adjustable. So what we're at now is we're gonna sew along the bottom. I'm gonna sew it once, I'm gonna flip it so it has an edge, and then I'm gonna seam close it. And then the very last thing I'm gonna do is on the edge, I'm gonna take this side and flip it in and sew it straight down here on the inside so that there's room to put elastics for the ear. So that's where I am now, and that's pretty straightforward. Like I said, just sew along the bottom of the mask and then do the sides in. I'm going to sew along the bottom, flip it and flip it again, and then sew in the edges, and then that's the mask done. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay guys, so the mask is now done. I got inside here is where the filter is hid inside there, because I just flipped the sides over and sewed it here. And then this is the opening to put in the filter. And this is the side that has the colorful side. So it looks like this. And then on the ends here, there's a tunnel that you just feed up a piece of elastic, and then you put the elastic through, you sew the elastic for the ears, and away you go. So that's how I've been making the masks, and I've made several of them, and I'm going to show you what the other ones look like now. So what we're going to do is the elastics on the masks, and I have 3 sizes of elastics here, and I really like the small one. But for this one and this one, all I'll do is, like, I will cut this into 3 so that it's the same width as here. Maybe 2, but probably 3. And this one I'll cut into 2. But all you need is some elastic. It came from the dollar store. And then you have 2 options for how you can do it, or how I know how to do it. Now, this one has the elastics going all the way around the mask like this, so that it can go around your head, so it doesn't have to go around the ears. This one goes on top, and this one is for the bottom around the neck, so it will keep your mask up and secure. And then obviously the other way you can do it is with the 2 channels that we sewed here on the ends. You just feed up some elastic through here, and then you just tie the elastic and tie the elastic on this side, and then this can go around your ears, and then that's snug around your face again. So you could do it either or. I have some family that rather it go around their head, and then I have some family that are fine with it around their ears. So it's just a personal preference, whichever one you decide to do. And that's how you make the masks. Simple, easy, it doesn't take too long. And hopefully it helped you guys see what I've been up to. And thanks for watching. Masks, because I'm sure we're going to be told we have to wear them soon. But so I made this one. It has high heels and a purse and some lipstick on it. Really, really cute. Here's a pink and white one. And these ones don't have elastics on it yet. That's the only part I have to do. And then this one is an animal print. Really, really cute. And then this one has some flowers on it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please hit the notification bell so that you know that every time I do an upload. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.